What is up, Unison Gamers? This is Michael Sean with Unison Games coming at you with day 20 of the Pack-A-Day TCG opening initiative. It's day 20. We're opening extra packs today. We're also moving to a new time block just to test, see how it goes. This is the 12-to-1 time block. If this is the time block that you prefer, that you tend to catch live streams the most often, please leave a comment and let me know that this is when you want it to be, because I'm trying to make that decision right now. Pick a couple, maybe two of the time slots that are the best. What is up, Winter and the Poketween? So we're opening M21 packs here, and I'm very excited. We got 4 packs to open. Let's see what we can do. Dude, Dene. All right, let's do it. We've got Defiant Strike. We got Read the Tides. Bloom Glutton, right? Or no, Blood Glutton. My bad. Pride Malkin. Fear of the Bitten. Masked Blackguard. Llanowar Visionary. Prismite. Duress. Legion's Judgment. Cultivate. Wildwood Scourge. That's right. I actually needed a 4th copy of this. I'm very happy that we pulled that. Battle Rattle Shaman. Look at that. Mythic right off the bat. Liliana, Waker of the Dead. It is a 4-cost, 4 loyalty Planeswalker with 3 abilities +1. Each player discards a card. Each opponent who can't loses 3 life. -3 target creature gets -X/-X until end of turn, where X is the number of cards in your graveyard. Really good. You get an emblem with, this is a -7, the ultimate. You get an emblem with, at the beginning of the combat on your turn, put target creature from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. It gains haste. So if this thing ultimates, your opponent's in trouble. The thing is it's a cheap Planeswalker that only comes in for 4. It's a 4/4. It's like a 4 for 4, which is fine. But it's most likely not going to ult. But I think it's still really, really good. Super good removal. You can remove like big stuff with this because obviously you're going to play a Graveyard Synergy deck. And then we got a cat and a Jungle Hollow. Actually needed the cat token. So very cool. Liliana is my favorite Planeswalker. So that's pretty cool. Not necessarily my favorite Planeswalker in this set as far as the card is concerned, but it is very good. Here's pack 2, Alpine Watchdog. We got Library Larcenist, another Pride Malkin. Pride Malkin's amazing, just by the way. If you've never read that card, go read it. Sanguine Indulgence, Rookie Mistake, Truffle Snout, Daybreaker Charger, Mind Rot, Forgotten Sentinel, Scorching Dragonfire, Tormod's Crypt, right? Yeah, Tormod's Crypt. Heartfire Immolator. Reign of Revelation. Okay, we got a like an alternate art, pretty cool showcase. Bosri's Lieutenant. Bosri's Lieutenant is super good. It is a 3/4 for 4. It's got vigilance and protection from multicolored, which is definitely relevant. When Bosri's Lieutenant enters the battlefield, you put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. So worst comes to worst, you put it on Bosri's Lieutenant, and for 4 mana, you now have a 4/5, which is good, and it has vigilance. And whenever this or another creature you control dies, if it had a +1/+1 counter on it, create a 2/2 white knight token with vigilance. This card's really, really good. And I actually have a +1/+1 deck made right now. It's still going like with the editing process. I'm testing all like post rotation. Oh, we just dropped our planes out of the back of that pack. And so I think it's really good card. And this is the showcase art, so that's always fun. We got a Griffin token because why not? All right, 2 really good rares in a row. Let's see if we can keep it going. All right, we got Burn Bright, Rambunctious Mutt, Capture Sphere, Onake Ogre, Ornery Dilophosaur, Fetid Imp, Chandra's Magmut, Skeleton Archer, Return to Nature, Anointed Chorister, Falconer Adept. This is a pretty decent card, especially in limited. Kinetic Augur. I actually really like this card for red. It gives a little bit of drawing options. Waker of the Waves. Our rare is Scavenging Ooze. Scavenging Ooze is amazing. Super good. It's a 2/2 for 2. For 1 green, you exile target card from a graveyard. If it was a creature, you put a +1/+1 counter on Scavenging Ooze. So in that deck I was referring to before with the +1/+1s, you basically play this card, and you can also play Wildwood Scourge, which every time you put a +1/+1 counter on any creature, this also gets a +1/+1. So every single turn, you're getting 2 +1/+1s off of Scavenge Ooze. I would love to do a match. I'm not sure when I'm going to be available tonight, but I probably will be. Blossoming Sands, gain life, and a weird creature token. All right, we got one more. That is 3 really good rares in a row. Scavenging Ooze doesn't have like a massive amount of value to it, but it is a very good card. I think it's going to appear in a lot of decks. It's a really great sideboard card at the very least for any green deck, because without even the +1/+1, exiling a card from target graveyard is really good. There's a lot of decks that do graveyard synergy. I'm looking at you cycling with Zenith Flare, or anything that plays Liliana, Waker of the Dead, or stuff. A lot of players play like at least 1 or 2 escape costs. I mean, you can get rid of like Uros and stuff. Like, yeah, this is it's a great card. Very, very nice card. Frantic Inventory, Burn Bright, Rambunctious Mutt, Sanguine Indulgence, Colossal Dreadmaw, Duress, Ruinous Reed, right? No, Rousing Reed, sorry. Sky Scanner, Caged Zombie, Spellgorger Weird, really good card. Skyway Sniper, Conclave Mentor. I needed a 4th copy of this for our +1/+1s. Every time a +1/+1 would be added, if this card is in play, an additional +1/+1 is added. Very cool. Liliana's Devotee. I have so many showcase arts of this. If you guys want showcase arts of Liliana's Devotee, it's a fantastic card. Hit me up. I got some. All right, and our rare is Double Vision. Whenever you cast your first instant or sorcery spell each turn, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for that copy. It's a 5-cost enchantment. I'm always leery about enchantments like this just because there is so much removal. But in like a best of 1 format, this isn't too bad. It's just that there's very little play for best of 1 in Magic unless you're online. But yeah, Double Vision, pretty sweet, pretty sweet. I'm sure it would see play in other like alternate formats as well that can get it out quicker. And we got another Gainland. Did we get Gainlands every single time? No, we got 1 Plains and 3 Gainlands. That's awesome. I think Gainlands are pretty good. Especially post-rotation, all we're going to have is Gainlands and Scrylands. And in some decks, Gainlands are better. For instance, Veto Life Gain, which is another deck that I'm testing for post-rotation right now, because that gets turned into not only gaining 1 life, but also dealing a damage. So our highlights are definitely these 3 cards with the Showcase Positor's Lieutenant, the Scavenging Ooze, and the Mythic Rare Liliana Planeswalker. I'm very happy with those pulls. Actually, I'm really happy I cracked these packs. I had 4 packs put aside. I actually have 8 packs put aside, because when you draft, the way that I run drafts is you basically pay for 4 packs. You draft out of 3, and then 1 goes into the prize pool. And the top 2 players win some packs. 75% of them go to player 1 and 25 to player 2. And so that's pretty cool. And I had to put aside, but then I was like thinking about this video. I was like, let's open some Magic stuff. Last landmark video we did Pokemon. Let's do Magic for this one. And it was also like, we're not drafting anytime soon. So since it's day 20, I wanted to remind you guys along the same lines that I actually will be running tournaments this month, the last 2 Saturdays of this month, the 18th and 25th. Information for those tournaments are available on Facebook primarily. I'm sure I'll be doing posts on Instagram and Discord for each one. Discord actually has the events laid out as well. So check that out, or the website, which is just unisonco.com/unisongames. But the reason why I mentioned that is because we were talking about draft. And even if we have tournaments, what is up, Sam? Even if we have tournaments, we're not going to be having drafts anytime soon, because with all the Corona stuff going on, that is the thing that is probably the least Corona safe. Every single person is touching every single card. So drafts are not going to be something that we're going to be seeing.